All right. It's What's Up, Dave, with me, Dave. This is the daily stream I do to catch up with my friends on the internet. It's Thursday, 5 p.m., June 15. June's halfway gone. And let's see what I've been up to today. This is like later than I usually stream these. But this has been the unplanned week for me. And by that I mean that I haven't been like really meticulously planning the day. I've been waking up and just doing one thing that's been on my mind. Today, this was doing some infrastructure improvement for the JavaScript programming that I do. Looking at some new tools and starting to rebuild a new version of my JavaScript interactive game engine, which is kind of my learning platform for like figuring out how to deploy apps and stuff like that. I've been doing this long enough now, for maybe about 3 years. About, is that right? 3 or so years that I'm starting to get back to I think the level of expertise I had with ActionScript before, and before that with Director. So it's starting to get to the point when I actually have like a fairly comprehensive interactive toolkit that I can deploy ubiquitously now. Because that's kind of exciting. So it's been nice to just kind of revisit this and incorporate some new things into the system. I guess I could show it to you. It's not going to look like much. Let me switch over to the screen here. So behold, this is like the code. This is based on code that I've been doing for the research grants that I have been contracted to do with Inquirium. And I need to pull up a browser, a terminal window. It's got one here. Oops, it's not showing up for some reason. Probably what I need to do is just make a new one. It should just pop up there, yeah. So for this one, I'm going to go to my dev. This is the 1701 project. And some of the new things with this one is I'm using a different build tool. One that's called Browserify, as opposed to using whatever the hell it was before. I can't remember. Before we were using Mimosa, and then we switched to Gulp. In Gulp, we were using Require.js to load files, but now we are using Browserify, which is a different approach to things. And look, it actually opens up a shell, and it prints some status messages, and it's loading the right routes and stuff like that. I hope you can't see it behind there. It's as I'm clicking on these things, it's redrawing this view, but there's nothing to redraw on it yet. And this took forever to do because that's a new workflow, which means I had to rewrite this gulp file, and I had no idea how some of this stuff worked. And not only that, there's like 3 or 4 different versions of each of these tools. Each of these include things. Browserify, Watchify, Babelify, TSify, Uglify. Each one of these things has some different variation that doesn't work for some reason until you figure out what it is. And on top of that, there's React. There's different versions of React that are out. And so I was like nailing down what this actually did. What is this comma here? It should be over there. Nailing down what all these actually did, and then understanding what each one did and how they related to each other took quite some time to work out. And so the end result is like this little bundle function, which does things in the right order. So it was more complicated than I thought it would be, but it seems to work. There's one issue in which every time I do a refresh, it actually seems to burn more memory. So there's some sort of memory leak somewhere in here. Not sure where it is, but it just gets slower and slower every time it refreshes. But it's getting there. So that was like the big thing for today. Earlier on today, I also did a video for showing how this camera works. I guess I could test that. So if I go to videos here, let's go back to screen, and I was showing off how this microphone boom arm works. And it's a system that took a long time to come up and figure out exactly what. So I'm wearing the same shirt. The best way to manipulate this camera so it would I can move it around in real time like this. It's still not very, very professional looking because it's so wobbly. But that's a video that's like in the recent gear videos. So that's really all that's going on today. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I guess one thing I'll do right now is just fill out today's sheet, and then I'm just going to call it a day and find something else to do. So let me just get this set up. Had to clean the house also. So let me switch to the Oxcam view here. And so here's yesterday's sheet, Wednesday's sheet. Yesterday was a day of stress because I thought my cat was dying. And she very well will still be dying. She seems fine now, but I haven't seen her poop yet. She's been extremely constipated. And she's had to go to the vet twice in the past 3 weeks, like a lengthy and expensive procedure to remove the poop through various means. And the cat does not like that. So anyway, today, I think I was up around 7. And I basically just worked from, looks like 6:30 to 7. From here to, let's call it 7 to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This was all work. This was all unbillable research work. But that strengthened my understanding of, this is like one of the longest work days I've had. Work. Somewhere in the middle of this was actually the recording session of doing the video thing. It looks like that was between, what was it? Because I looked at the timestamp here. It was at it was not that long. It was like 8 minutes at noon. Record video. So this was 1701. That's the project. That's the research project, or my research project. That's really all I did. Yesterday I said I was going to visit the basement. I don't think I did. It was mostly cat time. So the last boring thing I can do is just rewrite this list. I think tomorrow I'm just going to take a complete break from coding and then do some more design stuff. But this has been on my mind for a while. It's good to make a dent in it. I'm going to clean up because I'm going to have guests for a week starting on Sunday. So making... my handwriting is falling apart. TPT Junior. Tomorrow maybe I'll do Patreon stuff. TBT remargin. Look for my 2008 and 2009 missing photo archive. Maybe get ideas of the Galaxy 2 and maybe watch Wonder Woman again with my friends. Yeah, so this is today's thing. The rest of the day is going to be happy bubble time, which I'm just going to do whatever I want. Not be productive or do anything. Although I kind of feel like cleaning. Just for a change of pace. Drawing bubbles here. So that's what's going on. Not a whole lot. So I think that's it. One habit I need to break is I've been making these noises in the microphone. It used to really annoy me when other people did it, and now I'm doing it. So I need to stop this. I almost did it just now. But that's today's What's Up, Dave. It's a fast one. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It's only 9 minutes. So hope you have a good weekend. And I'm going to, I guess, get my mail and maybe go for a walk and try to find something to drink somewhere. It's kind of warm today. Have a good one. See you later.